Lack of teamwork, one of the biggest issues I see in Warzone. Today, we're going to dive into a random quads and absolutely slay their teamwork and talk about how you and your teammates can improve your team energy. If you do enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel today, and also make sure you follow my Savage Uncut channel where you can see my gameplay videos. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. You guys ever have that team, whether it's a random team or that group of friends that no matter how good you are, it always seems like they're holding you back? Well, most of the time they are. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Send this video to them. I'm telling you, y'all will understand because I promise you they feel the same way about you. All right, so go ahead and diving in to what we're watching, what we're witnessing. As we have a team that is having the passive game approach where they just want to kind of pacefully get their loot and move on. They're not really hyper aggressive as far as slide cancel and look in every direction. They're just focused on a looting objective and that's it. One thing I always recommend for you guys, and I know this is going to seem stupid and basic, but there are a lot of guys out there that do this. You want to try to loot different buildings, right? One thing that holds the team back is when y'all run through buildings together, holding hands while looting. If you're fighting, argue that how you want, but looting, there's no reason why you guys, he's trolling the shit out of them, why you guys should be looting together. It takes away a lot of time. You don't cover as much ground. It's just the fear of you getting in a fight by yourself that really makes you stay with your teammates. Break out of that habit. All right, so as far as the teammate trolling, I mean, honestly, it's good to have a trolling teammate. You need some good energy. Make sure you get one squad member that's got some kind of energy, whether it's jokes, whether it's just happiness, someone who's talking and always bringing up the mood, because this game can bring you down real fast. All right, now this is an overkill. They're throwing thermite at him now. This is just basically bullying, right? One thing, I love a troll. I love a troll on the team, but when you do it consistently throughout the game, you know, it's like the little pig that cried wolf. Is that what it is? Cinderella? I don't know. Anyway, you don't want to cry wolf too many times if you don't mean it, because eventually when shit starts getting real, I'm either taking one to the head or you are. So make sure you don't over troll that shit. That's just gonna cause some tension. Well, look, we're doing a scav right now, and look again, we're holding hands. Even when you're navigating, you don't want to be on top of each other like that, because if y'all get in a position to get pinched and you're all together, guess what? Who on your teammate's gonna flank and put fire on the enemy from a different position? Again, if y'all are fighting and converging on enemies together, that's fine to hold hands. But as you're navigating the map with no intention to do anything, stay away from each other. Keep eyes on each other, you know, keep some distance, but remain far enough away to where if they start getting shot at, you don't start getting shot at. And right now we have two different angles going on the enemy. Luckily he's able to get the knock, but this guy behind the vehicle, able to go ahead and knock our teammate. Now we do need to collapse on it. I like the fact we're grabbing the high ground. I like the fact that green's going out. Let's see if we can go spectate green. Respect to the enemies for not going for the execute, but right now we need to be focused on trying our best to get our teammates good to go. Now look, time is of the essence of the situation because your teammate is bleeding out, but you need to work together in order to get the job done. Not sure why your teammate... Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what I call running into the enemy one at a time. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Don't just stagger into them. There's so many situations we see complete teams get taken out by one guy because the one decides to approach somebody who's better than they are, and then another one that approaches somebody who's better than they are. You hit them with numbers, converge on the enemy, cluster together, you could win these fights relatively easy. If you're gonna run in the streets and loot together, which makes no damn sense, why not fight them together, right? Seems a little ass backwards. This is a pretty common thing we see, not just from these guys that we spectate, but the viewers we spectate, as well as some of the teams I play with. No shots. All right, anyway, right now we got level 542, mind you. All right, let's go ahead and put that out into the universe. 542. Granted, I get the fear of God being lit on your ass right now for sure, right? You're by yourself. These guys are soloing your whole squad. I get the position you're in, but we need to get the hell out of here. If you were hiding like that for so long, why now are you gonna decide to play Rambo? If you don't have the confidence yourself to push the fight, just go finish the scav and get your teammates back. And I'm all for being aggressive, but you got to know your limits. And clearly, the better decision would be to go get the damn scav. My man. Same situation, but backpedaled. Oh, it worked out. Wow. He went for the execute. You insane animal. You are an absolute beast. Holy shit. So basically what happened with us, the enemies did as well. The problem was he could have won that 1v3 easy if he wouldn't have went for the execute. That was such a bad time move, because if I have a teammate on the rooftop, I'm not going to be pushing until I hear the enemy reload or go for an execute or shoot at somebody else. Now, sometimes they will be baiting you, but that's usually an indicator that I'm going to push, especially if I'm in a lobby like this. So again, to recap, in short term, instead of savage form, he shouldn't have executed the bitch. But anyway, we're moving on to Troy, playing with Haas. And let's see what happens. Now, these guys definitely seem to be the better players of the fight. We saw that when your boy 1v2'd the guys who just ran right at him. Guys, do you hate cheaters as much as me? Make sure you purchase Sneak Energy. It doesn't do anything about the cheaters, but it definitely gives you a lot more energy. It just makes your day a lot better, especially when you spectate shit like this. You know, you get sad, just take a sip. Wow, you instantly don't give a shit anymore. It's the weirdest thing. Weird. Use code Savage at checkout, guys. The shit's the truth. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good, bitch. You ever just have that sip that's just like, woo! Oh, that was it. All right, but right now, here we are just kind of looting, kind of looking around. Again, during this downtime, UAVs, I preach it, I live it, I love it. You guys see it every day. There's not a game we don't call in 10 UAVs as a squad. Not a chance. That has to be your first and foremost objective. Now, ways to get those UAVs instead of just looting like this is we go after kills. I definitely, especially if you're playing a quad you usually play with, you guys want to go for fights as much as possible so you can learn to work together. You'll lose, and you'll lose, but eventually it'll click and you guys will be able to play more confidently and more aggressive. So I always recommend going for kills. That's how we get our money when we can't find loot. And my God, I will not be caught looting the whole game. Now, again, follow the tracers. He's in the window of the building. Oh, there's actually 4 of them now because I think there's another one in another window too. Still getting sniped at from the right-hand side. He's able to get both of the breaks, being very patient, but very ballsy because you have a sniper shooting at your head you're not looking at. This is very dangerous, my guy. He's going to get lucky. Oh, there it is. Look, bruh, no. Cardinal rule of all COD players, and I think y'all get this, right? If you're getting sniped at, fucking move away. I know you want the kill. I know you want the execute, but now look at you. Now Haas has to take his time to come up the stairs and save you. Meanwhile, they're probably pushing you. And this is the dangerous thing because they had to close a wide open gap with very little cover and we had a good vantage point. Now they just got to push in the building and shit down your throat. So this is the exact position that I was trying to avoid, right? Don't fall into the shit. There's always that teammate that over ego challenges, and trust me, I still do that shit basically every game. But it's definitely a bad habit you have to break out of. This is one of those do as I say, not as I do type things. All right, here we have a guy right on the top. This should be easy beams as well. He misses a few shots. That just comes down to accuracy. Not much you can do with there. Now, where the fuck is Orange at? That's something we need to talk about. Oh, Orange is over here. I don't know what they're doing. Now, yeah, baby. Now, I don't care if you don't have loot. I don't care what the situation is. There will be times where you can't get to your teammate before he dies because you land off somewhere else, and that's fine. I don't recommend landing on your teammate. Land near him, but loot and get your shit. However, I don't have a problem with that. However, the moment your teammate gets into some kind of combat, throws a ping up, begs for help, starts getting shot, you start hearing bullets come from his direction, or on the UI down here in the bottom screen, guess what? When his health starts going down, his plates start breaking, you better move to save his ass. We were literally spectating that whole fight, and then it dawned on me, holy fuck, Archangel's off doing something else. And the moment I went and spectated him, that's when he was like, oh shit, we need to get out of here and go help our boy. So basically, again, in Savage form, all I'm trying to say is go fight with your teammate. All right, but moving on. Here we are spectating Arc, who again, just coming down to the basic. I mean, we're seeing a lot of different types of teammates in this one team, right? We have a variety of teammates making different mistakes. Arc's minding his business, too timid to do much. And Troy was getting at that sniper, but he was overcommitted, over ego challenging the enemies. We're seeing a trend. He's able to buy back one teammate. Now they do have $4,000 combined together. Again, if Blue wanted to land on his teammate, drop his money and go get loot while we bought him back, that would be a great strategy. So now you have 3 teammates. Granted, if he wants to get loot, if he knows there's a body over there and he can get some good guns, by all means, let him make that play. But I don't know if that's the actual situation. It is not. He's getting ground loot. So what I would have done if I was him is exactly what I just said. Land on my teammate, buy our third back. We're in a better position than this. Now look, one of y'all is gonna have to step up because that's math. We all know we got that teammate that can't count for shit. All right, so even at this point, we have enough money. What are we looking for right now? What are we looking for? We can get back with our teammates, right? I get they want better weapons. I get shit like that, but you're basically gonna keep what you keep. Go ahead and get your teammates back because time is limited. You have a bounty over here. It's going to be closed in. You have a recon drone above him. So there's multiple teams. Of course, 16 teams left and the circle is getting relatively small. You're going to be fighting gas here soon. So you get the hell out of here and go get your shit back. All right. Holy shit. We just brought our teammates back. Let's go. We got a 4-man squad now. Let's look at the circles breaking down. We do not have weapons, but we have a 4-man squad. We also have plates we can give to our teammates, AKA teamwork, right? Let's get some of that shit done. If I was this team, I would honestly be pushing Boneyard just like they look, and they might not. I'd be pushing Boneyard. Why? Because we have OTSs, which are pretty decent ground loot weapons, right? So with that weapon set, you want to get close range. You do not want to go out here and wait for Endgame to come down to the very, very ending and he didn't get in a fight. Why? Because these OTSs aren't going to do good in this terrain when you have snipers looking at the building that you're trying to camp in. So pushing this compound is imperative. You need to win your close range fights and also stay together. We have a little bit of separation from purple, kind of concerning. No idea what he's doing. Green as well. So right now, instead of being a 4-man in a position, we probably should be a 4-man. We are rocking a duo squad. And look, if you guys are savage enough to go out there and do a squad, go ahead and get it. But if you do not have that ability yet, please avoid doing this shit. And remember, like I said earlier, guys, like I definitely do not want to get down to the last couple circles and all I have is this shit. I want to go ahead and fight a team. I want to force that fight and either A, in the game now if we lose, or B, kill that squad and go off and kill everybody else. So many people fall into the fear that they don't want to die, that they don't realize there's really no risk when the reward is so great. Always be analyzing risk versus reward. If the risk is strong, but the reward's double the price, guess what? That's an easy decision. Here we are again in the duo squad situation. We run into a 2-man for sure, possibly 3, possibly whole squad. And we have 2 teammates way back at the gate not helping us out. And lo and behold, they went from a 4v something to now a 2v something. It still looks to be a 2v2, but this team has a lot of movement. We're missing a lot of shots. We're panicking and we go down. But also, again, notice the whole time we're fighting him, Green's over here looking for a whole other squad mate instead of backing us the fuck up. Because 2 people shooting at one is better than 2 1v1s that are going terribly. All right, unfortunately, the last game we were spectating, we got disconnected from. So here we are spectating this team at the end of this match. I try to start spectating this one around the same time. I apologize, guys. That was a really good match. I wish we could have continued, but Treyarch's doing Treyarch things. So here we are spectating Zarts, who's getting sniped at from, it seems to be the right side of hospital. Great reaction time, breaking away instantly, not hesitating for a second. Now, one thing that kind of concerns me is no one's watching the other direction. We're all just watching the same way. There's a vehicle on the mini map you just saw pop up. Also, we have the hotel buildings over there as well, where there's usually snipers at, and people coming out of train. I don't like the fact we're just sitting here, ripping by. Oh my God. And there it is! Getting sniped from what I'm assuming. I really don't know where it was from. I think it was apartments, but regardless, we got sniped. Now, again, going back to his teammates, I don't know why they were just laying there, staying in the same direction. They should have been scanning around. Maybe they could have spotted the glint and suppressed the enemy before he domed us, but they didn't. Here we have the enemy on the mini map, trying to look around. Now, look at this. This is something that's always thrown me off. The enemy's right here in live time, right? And we're looking this direction. The enemy's around here. You can literally see it. Just point the nose of your character towards the enemy. Just aim it to the left a little bit. Not to mention we have stuns and sticky, so I'd like to see us play this. I don't want to push him. I mean, he's below you, son. He looked up. The arrow on the mini map got located. I always feel like people should know this, but clearly they don't. just by the fact that he looked up. The arrow is below the dot, meaning he's at a lower elevation. There's no reason to look up. Green gets down from hospital. We got to be very careful. I don't like the position we're in. We're dead center right now. We're getting sniped from 2 different directions. There's another one. There's another one. And he's still focused on his little dot, putting himself vulnerable to the sniper behind him and the sniper to his right-hand side. Meanwhile, Zarts is just kind of spinning in circles, not suppressing the enemy at all. He looks completely confused. And the enemy that we had been looking for this whole time, courtesy of the UAV, not only did we not kill, but he ended up coming up there and wiping the rest of our teams. So let's just recap real quick. When you guys are on a hill like that and you're surrounded by higher points than you, aka this building here and hospital, make sure you don't just piss off everybody around you and then distract yourself with someone 100% different than the guy shooting at you. All right, here we are now spectating this team, and look, we're in a bad spot right now. We have a nice little hill, but the longer we stay up here, the more time the enemies have to rotate and outposition us, because eventually we're gonna have to cross that open ass street, and when we do need to cross, we're gonna die. Because the circle's already so small and it's just fuck you mountain and us left, I'm 100% sure this team is about to get wiped. I've been proven wrong before, but just because of positioning, it's not looking too good. And again, we need to be thinking about pushing, so stop picking fights. They're fighting each other. While they were shooting at each other, we should have just pushed across, but no. We want the kills, right? Because kills is everything in battle royales. Wrong. Positioning, that's way more important. And unfortunately, again, because we overstayed our welcome on top of the building, because we didn't even think for a second about the circle and how we're going to out-rotate and outmaneuver the enemies, we get caught up on the edge of the gas, and there's nothing we can do. Orange is dead. Don't even think about rezzing him. There's no way we're going to make it to him in time. We're going to try to go for, I would say, gas mask play, but he doesn't have one. I'm not sure he really knows what he's doing. He's trying to get a pick right now, but he's got 2 different teams shooting at him. Even if you get a pick, good luck. Good luck. There's the other team on the hill shooting at green right now on the right-hand side. Green, he might make it across, actually. Holy shit. Vehicle going to green right now. He might not survive, actually. Guy jumping out on green right now. And because we're not with him, we can't assist him, unfortunately. But it really doesn't matter. Everyone is focused on us right now. Everyone. Why? Because we're the most vulnerable team on the map. The other guys don't have to fight each other. Not to mention they probably won't. Because there's so much concealment from each other, we're the only ones vulnerable. We're the only ones out in the open. So of course, everyone, their mom's gonna be shooting at us. Again, just the delay and not even considering positioning got that team killed. Here we are spectating a 2-man situation, not looking too hot. You definitely have a full team somewhere. Here's a guy just, I don't know what the hell he's doing. Same situation, guys. Look, they're in a bad spot. They should have early rotated this hill too. But no, they want to stay on the low ground, stay in here, eat the gas. Enemy's probably plating up, trying to use a gas mask to survive. Now, instead of the enemy challenging us, he needs to just make a run for it and pray to God that we miss. Him challenging, there's no way he's going to survive. We're kind of exposing ourselves right now. I'm glad he saw him. I didn't see shit. I don't know about you guys, but hey, let's get it. So here we are now, 6 kills. 2 enemy teams left. It's a 2v2v1. We actually might be able to win this game. It's a 2v2. We see the dead bodies. We saw the tracers. We know exactly where they're at. And here we are tracking them. Now look, right now in this position, I don't like the fact that we're sitting here again, not in zone. We need to out-position the enemies right now and prevent them from getting safe, leaving us out of the zone. Come on, scoot up a little bit. I like the fact green's at the rock. But the enemies are safe as well. We're able to get a couple hits. Unfortunately, not really that accurate with our hell yeah, I like to melee trees too. All right, now look, the circle's rotated to our left-hand side. Instead of standing behind this tree, let's go ahead. Nice thermite. Let's go ahead and play the ridge. Move early. That way we can gatekeep the enemies. The longer we sit here, the worse it's going to be for us. It's going to be a lot harder for us to kill these enemies if we're going to be playing the edge of the gas like we are. I don't like that we're going all the way down here. Again, just hold the ridge. All we got to do is gatekeep them. Now we've just blinded ourselves from the enemies and given them the high ground. I don't like this at all. Very bad play, especially when we're inaccurate. Now the enemies have completely spread apart. One guy's got beautiful cover. We're not safe once again. It's still a 2v2, now a 1v2, and it doesn't matter. The enemies are able to go ahead and solidify the W. GG. Now look, with that ending right there, like I said, the moment the circle rotates, you want to rotate in a position to where you are the favored ones. They went ahead and just moved to the next zone. That's not what I would have done. I would have put myself between the zone and the enemy, utilizing that ridge that we had or that rock that we had as cover and concealment. That way we can take out the enemies when they had to come to us. That last team we spectated should have won the game. They threw it because they just lacked the knowledge, lacked the know-how, and again, got tunnel visioned on actually getting to the zone. Now, earlier I had said I wanted us to get safe, get in the zone before the enemies did. And that was the case because we were on the high ground. We had a nice piece of rock. And that's why I recommended getting to zone. The reason why I wanted them to put themselves between the zone that last time is, again, because there really wasn't much cover out there. There's no way we could have kept the enemy safely. And as you guys could see, they did not. But again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something new. If you did, subscribe to the channel today. Let's get this video to 500 likes. But until next time, guys, you have a good one and good luck in Warzone.